I met Michael Jackson as a referral. One of my patients, who was a security guard for his detail, stated that that there was a celebrity in the nearby area that had three children who were not doing very well. They were ill. I would say a very undernourished, gaunt, um, feeble, generally weak person. But then, he also had a viral illness that accompanied with that of the children. I felt he was significantly dehydrated and he required hydration. So he could have appeared a little worse than he actually would have been, but very thin. I had been his personal physician since 2006, actually with the inception of that call, and thereafter it continued. When I became his personal physician for the London tour, that was something different. That's where I was asked to give up my practices, which I had built up for a number of years, and there was more than one practice in order to do this. And Michael was telling me then that he had been looking at me for a long time. Actually, that's the time when he says, "Conrad, I've looked at you for a very long time. You know, you're the best. I love you. My children love you. You should see how they would act whenever they're sick." First person that comes to mind, Daddy, Daddy, get Dr. Conrad. Get Dr. Conrad. He is the one. And I think by that time when he was going to England, he had sized down what appeared to be his family and mentioned that there were only four members in his family, the three children, myself, and Michael. He wanted an ongoing, unending relationship, and I actually had him slow down because my forte is medicine. That's what I love to do. So deciding to go with Michael in the first place was a very difficult challenge. The decision did not come easy, but I figured I could work it out. He's always pleasant, always polite. He insisted that I had a meal prepared for me every day. Of course, I went to him mostly at night, starting around 9 p.m. And he would have his chef, before she left that day, or he, whoever was working with him at the time, prepare a meal and leave it in the warmer for me. I really did not use it most of the time. I gave it to security because I did not really care to eat that late. But it was just his gesture of kindness and love. He wanted to make sure I had food. He woke up in the morning, usually, and first he would go into stretches. He hated exercise. Could not show him a gym. That's totally ridiculous. Michael would not exercise. A weight, 5 pounds or anything, would have him running to the other side of the room. But he would go through his traditional stretches. He would look in the mirror and to ask me to look at his eyes, and he wanted to make sure his eyes were always porcelain looking. And I said, "Michael, it don't matter who you are. Once you wake up first thing in the morning, your eyes look a little red, not porcelain. It changes gradually during the day." And that would be the case. And then he would sing. He would sing for me. And I think I thought I took it for granted at the time. Michael Jackson is singing a song every morning, or he's practicing his notes for me. And I'm just there as a big listener. Um, I took it for granted, but the memories are embedded in my mind. I can't forget it. And he clearly has the voice that's better than a sparrow, if not an angel. He is absolutely magical when he sings. Michael and I had been around each other for a long time, and I did not allow friendship to cloud my vision. It was important to me that be clearly defined. This was a man that was asking me to be a member of his last encapsulated family. He wanted my children and his children to live in adjacent residences. We would break bread together, drink wine together, play together, and be friends. It would be important for me to make sure that Michael Jackson was not a danger to any child, and including my son, who was a newborn. He was exonerated from the case, as a result of which he then stated to me he would never go to California and perform a single song. He would never do a concert in that state. He had no desire, no love for Neverland Valley Ranch. He was through with that place. He wanted to live in Las Vegas, Nevada. At one point, he was trying to acquire the Sultan of Brunei secondary residence in Las Vegas, $22 million, but he did not have all the money to acquire the property. So going to London, doing all of the course, the concerts, was a new measure for Michael to amass wealth that he can again use and become independent.